curious souls. My name is Sir Terrify, and this is a tale you won't forget. Tonight, we dive into the whispered corridors and shadowed corners of silence itself, because tonight you'll hear two terrifying stories about libraries, places meant for knowledge, now haunted by secrets never meant to be read. Our first story is called The Last Patron at Hollow Creek. It was posted once, anonymously, and then deleted hours later. Some say it was just fiction. Others say the library is still closed. So sit back, turn down the lights, and ask yourself, when was the last time you were truly alone in a library? Let's begin. My name is Claire. Back in 2018, I was a second-year student at a small college in Virginia, Hollow Creek College. It's one of those forgotten towns surrounded by woods, the kind where people still wave at each other for no reason. I worked part-time at the campus library. It was easy money, mostly shelving books, scanning IDs, and telling freshmen how the search system worked. The library closed at 11 p.m. On Thursdays, I was the one who locked everything alone. And on one of those nights, I realized something wasn't right. There's a section in the library called Special Collections. It's locked, full of rare books, old town records, and dusty archives. Only professors had keys. But that night, the door was cracked open. The padlock was on the floor. I stepped in thinking someone forgot to close up. The air smelled like damp paper, and something burned. The lights were flickering. One book lay open on the floor. Its pages looked freshly turned, but I hadn't seen anyone enter. And I was alone. That same night, I got home around midnight, and I started waking up, always at 3:03 a.m. No noise, no dreams, just waking up, heart pounding. On the third night, I heard it, pages turning, not from the hallway, from beside my bed. I turned on the lamp. No one there. But a book I'd never touched was now open beside me, to a chapter about burial rituals and spirit entrapment. That wasn't even the book I had been reading. The next day at work, I told Donna, the senior librarian. She stared at me for a while and said, "That section should stay locked, not after what happened to Mr. Mather." I asked who that was. She said he was the library's founder, died in 1963, fell from a ladder in the special collections room. People say he still sorts books after hours. I laughed it off until she showed me the security footage. One Thursday night, the footage glitched for 2 seconds, and in that frame, I saw a man in a dark suit crouched over books. Then, static. When it came back, he was gone. I should have quit, but I didn't. 1 week later, I was shelving newspapers near the back corner of Special Collections. Behind them was a mirror, oval, old and dusty. When I looked into it, I didn't see the room behind me. I saw a different room, books stacked to the ceiling, and in the far corner, a man with no face, holding a book, still watching. And on the foggy glass, written with a finger, "Stay." I dropped everything and left. A few weeks later, I checked the local news. Hollow Creek Library had been shut down indefinitely. A history professor was found unresponsive inside special collections. Next to him, an open book. Every page filled with his own name, handwritten hundreds of times. But here's the creepiest part. He entered the room alone, and the door never opened again. So then, curious souls, the first story is already behind us. But now get ready for something even darker. The second story of the night is called Voices in the Library. And according to the one who lived it, some whispered words never leave your mind, especially when no one was there to say them. I worked as a night guard in a public library in Cleveland, Ohio from 2019 to early 2022. The pay wasn't great, but the quiet was comforting, until it wasn't. There's something different about libraries at night. The silence turns heavy, like something's listening, but never breathing. At first it was little things. Books found scattered on the floor. Ladders moved from one aisle to another. The smell of old wood and dust replaced by cigarette smoke. I thought it was kids breaking in, but security footage never showed anything. Only static. From exactly 2:03 a.m. to 2:07 a.m. every night. Then the librarian told me something that chilled me. That Section C, the one near the basement stairwell, had become a magnet for unstable people. Drug addicts, violent outbursts, paranoia, even one guy who whispered to the books like they were alive. She said something about energy, that maybe the pain, the rage had soaked into the shelves, and that now it answers back. I thought she was being dramatic, until I heard the whispers too. One night, while doing my rounds, I heard soft pages turning, but I was alone. Then I saw something impossible. A book closed itself, hard, like someone slapped it shut. I stepped closer, and on the dusty floor beneath it were bare footprints. Human, fresh. No shoes, no source. I checked the cameras again. Black screen, 2:03 to 2:07, every single night. One evening, the cleaning guy, Kevin, ran out screaming. Said he saw someone in the break room mirror. Himself, but smiling wide, too wide. And when he blinked, the face stayed frozen, grinning. He never came back. I asked the head librarian if anyone had died in the building. She said no, but that in the last year, at least 5 different visitors had come in and suddenly collapsed in front of Section C. Each one said the same thing after waking up. He said, "I'm the next reader." No one knew who he was. One night, I found a book I'd never seen before. No barcode, no title, just black leather and a single word inside. Speak. I don't know why, but I whispered something. My full name, and the room shook. All the lights flickered. The shelves creaked like old bones. swear to you, every book on the top row fell open at once. The noise stopped instantly at 2:07. My last shift was 2 days later. I brought holy water. Yeah, laugh all you want, but I didn't care anymore. At 2:03 a.m. I stood near Section C. I didn't blink. I didn't move. And then I saw him. A tall man, black coat, pale eyes, walking between the shelves. No sound, no shadow, but books opened as he passed, like they were greeting him. He stopped, looked at me, and mouthed, "Speak again." I didn't. I ran. I never went back. Sometimes I still hear that whisper in my dreams. Speak again. And just last week, I got a package in the mail. No return address, just a black book, no title. First page, the library always remembers its readers.